Yeah, hi. Is this Middlebrow?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Middlebrow podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brian Park.
I'm Dan Rosen.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, we're back to our ancestral homelands of Hello Human.
Hello, human.
Thank you to them for allowing us to graciously
Defile their
their wonderful space.
yeah. And we're back downtown.
Yeah, you're full.
You can't see. I knew you wouldn't be able to see when I'm wearing below the belt.
Dan is wearing the most menswear, bro. He's wearing black leather fisherman sandals.
Oh, I didn't even notice those.
Yeah.
What do you think?
They're good.
Thank you.
They're great. T-shirt tucked into some double pleated shorts.
Yeah.
It's a great look.
Margaret Howell shorts.
You didn't have to
I had
name
to.
the brand.
I had to. I'm hoping if I could get sponsored by one brand, it'd be Margaret Howell. And you're wearing your soccer jersey again because we get it. You're Korean in there and the World
I
Cup.
only have. This might potentially be the last time I'm able to wear this.
Okay.
Wait,
A lot
are
is
we
run-
playing tonight. Sorry,
No, and come in.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to
come in.
say that. I'm
No, we're about to
I
introduce
thought
you.
that maybe the camera was panned that way. So I was like,
No, this
there's
is
one on you.
so I've been awkwardly sitting like this.
Yeah, but we're not going to show you.
Okay. Got it. I felt like I'm sitting really awkwardly, but I don't know how else to be.
Oh, I thought you looked cool, but
You look
if you're-
cool as fuck, dude.
We have a wonderful guest for you.
Yes, as you have heard.
Yeah.
He's a playwright,
a producer.
not an actor.
Explicitly did not want us to say actor.
Yeah,
I
that's
just feel like
fucking
that's too
basic.
much.
It's gross.
It's just like so gross.
Who isn't?
I feel
Actor
like
who is
everyone's an actor now. Everyone's an influencer. I feel like
Yeah.
any of those monikers are like sort of a waste. I feel like actually like now that I know what a producer does, it's like really hard to be a producer.
Yeah.
And it's like really hard to be a playwright. It's not hard to get cast on Mindy Kaling's show.
Wow. Coming out the gate strong.
I love Mindy. Mindy called me up
Wow.
and hit me up and was like, "Do you want to be on the show?" I
Yes.
didn't labor towards that. It like
Yes.
just
You were already, if you're already famous, you get cast.
if you're known. Yeah.
So that's how it works. Because my manager called me and was like, "Hey, I know it's 9 p.m. Can you get me the self-tape by 4 in
Yeah.
the morning tomorrow? It's for the Mindy Kaling
Yeah.
show."
Did you actually get called?
I've submitted so many tapes.
You would be you would have been really good and not suitable for work.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
My manager called me and said, Mindy Kaling called us and said specifically, I don't want you. Don't. She said, don't even self-tape. I don't, there was no part available, but we don't want Dan. So we're at different places.
I think.
By the way, Jeremy O'Harris is on the
thank
podcast.
you. Hi, I'm Jeremy O'Harris. Well, I think there's probably a lot more opportunities for Brian right now. I'll be honest.
Wow. Please elaborate.
Well, I mean, again, there is a real desire in the media for specifically Korean representation.
That's
Now
true.
we're talking full Korean, or
Okay,
we're talking
listen,
half Korean?
don't do this thing. 'Cause listen, black people
lot
do
of
too. Black people love to just like really zone in on the fact that biracials get a lot of work, and yes, they do. But there's still a lot of space and a lot of love for full-blooded blacks and Asians,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And also, you could go to Korea and have a really solid job in the K-drama sphere. There's a lot. Listen, there's a lot more international K-dramas now that Netflix has picked it up. Trust me, I watch all of them.
They're made for you.
They're literally made for me. I'm the audience. I don't see a lot
Has
of
it
Persian
happened?
representation.
No, well, we just had a war with Iran, so maybe in a few years,
Yes.
reenactment. I'll be, just like all the Vietnamese in the platoons in Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
They'll need the extras. To,
I mean, people are really
get
turned
shot.
on by Iranians right now.
Are you just saying that because you're married to one, or you're
No, well, that's part of it. But
Okay.
Love Island, Permita, hottest girl in the villa right now.
Yeah.
Or in the Casa Amor, and then the Iranian soccer team.
Oh yeah, they're
Virality.
They're
They're
sexy.
very hot.
And I look like an Iranian soccer player. People always on the street the Margaret Howell shorts. Selling Sunset.
Oh, Selling Sunset.
Or
Are
no,
they Persian?
Tarantulas. No, there was a
Shahs of Sunset.
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 Yeah.
That was a big one. That was a really
big
big
one.
representation for you guys.
Yeah, real estate. Anything real estate were big.
I mean, I do know that like the time's up for black right now. People,
Really?
white said enough of that.
We give you a little bit.
They felt like they gave us too much, and now they're really trying to like shut the doors on it.
Yeah.
We won't let them shut it. They do this all the time. We know this game. We knew what was happening in 2020. We're like, you guys are reading the books. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not. You don't actually want us here.
Yes.
You know,
They're reading the books written by the white people.
Exactly. They're reading what's the one that won?
Robin Diangelo.
Yes.
Yeah. They're reading the Robin, which is the worst one, by the way. I love it. She made the person who did the best. from Black Lives Matter was a white lady who's a complete grifter.
And she's abusive. And I think she also really taught white people that to be like woke or to like be supportive of Black lives meant to be abused.
Yes.
For not like bending the knee enough to your own like relationship to white history and Black history and the ways in which white history has subjugated so much of Black history in America.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think that most Black writers really need you to bend the knee. I think they just want you to know.
Yes. No. I think she wanted you at all times to think about the race of the person that you're talking to and feel bad and apologize. So I'm sorry. By the way, we're both sorry. We should start with
okay. Do Persians or Koreans have to be sorry?
Persians, they had an empire, but that seemed like a long time ago. Koreans got fucked.
Yeah,
So
I think we're chilling.
You guys got fucked, and then it was like really. I'm really obsessed with conversations about appropriation and Korea because. Everyone starts in the 90s when you guys started doing the hip hop, with your like popping and locking.
Boys. Yeah.
But the real question is but did Korea have a culture that was like sustainable, that was like tangible for its like youth in the 1960s after the Korean War, right? Or were they just fed American music, i.e. Black music?
Definitely the latter.
I mean, fried chicken and K-pop. I think those are pretty directly related to a love of Black culture.
Oh, for sure. I think in the early 1990s, there was a former K-pop star who came to America, saw what was going on with MTV, and he was like, I'm just going to do this in Korea.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Crushed.
Well, I love thinking about the American Imperial Project through like where our bases are and what music from Americans are really into. So like if you look at like Japan loves jazz and they love like bands, like rock bands and like rock music.
Yeah.
And like think about when America set up bases in Japan. It was like in the early 50s, like after fucking like jazz was on the radio, fucking like
Elvis, the guys who dressed like Elvis still, the Yankee style.
Those are the American soldiers that were there, and they were listening to that on USO radio. And if you wanted to service people who had the most money, you were servicing Americans, and so you're putting their music in your bars. And of course, everyone's like vibing with it. Then you look at the Korean War, the first integrated war. As well, which I think about all the time.
Slay.
Yeah. and what was crazy is that like we go to Korea and like also all these Americans, these white Americans were really upset about like having been put in Germany or Japan. They're like, that's fucking crazy. It's so boring. So they're like, oh, we don't want to send the white guys. We tell them to stay. We just tell the Black guys to stay because here they won't have Jim Crow laws. They'll just like be able to vibe out and be like better than Koreans and like better off than they would be in America, right? They'll be equals. And so they played the music on the USO radio stations that Black people liked. R&B, fucking like the early rock music, like all this stuff. And it traveled up to the 90s when we then like disembarked from there. And like the last music they were listening to was Janet Jackson. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I have a whole theory about this.
I mean, or they just like, K-pop is like Koreans doing white people doing Black people. Like it's NSYNC doing Blackstreet, which is a weird, Ouroboros of.
But because I don't really know like the interstitial period, because prior to like proper K-pop music, it was all ballads, like soft ballads. Like that's the stuff my parents always played at home.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that music in Japan. I mean, Japan has some of that too.
Yeah.
And so when did it switch? When was there like a...
I think it was like in the early 90s.
Were they listening to... Because again, like one of the things I'm really interested in is like the ways in which like the Japanese destroyed like most of like Korean like cultural heritage.
Yeah.
And we're like, all your music, that's bad. All your names, those are bad. Actually, let's plant new trees here. Like, like literally like change the like flora and the fauna of the land, right? To like look more like Japan.
Yeah.
So then the music changes, right? So obviously for a certain generation that grew up under Japanese rule, they'd be listening to the same music that Japanese people were listening to. But for the kids that grew up under like American imperialist rule.
Right.
Yeah. When did MTV launch in Korea? We have to trace that. I think it's great. I'm a big fan of appropriation.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like
you're coming in.
My Orientalism is coming out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you did time. We're not going to talk about the time you did, but you did time.
I know a thing or two.
Yeah, they just made you listen to like Blue Note records. That's all they had in there. It was actually a listening bar. You had to stay in a listening bar for a month.
I mean, listen, sometimes like, you do hard time and all you have is your imagination and history books, right?
Yeah.
And I just sort of like, I melded the two. I was like, let me read as much history as I can and imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Brian and I talked about doing the Jeremy O. Harris book club of all the books that you
read in prison.
Do it.
I think that would be fun.
Someone
Fuck
asked
Dua
me-
Lipa's book club.
I know it's not a good book club. Someone asked me what the best book I read was, and I was like, very seriously thought about it, and I was like, you know what? It is Dan Brown's Inferno.
Wow.
I remember, and I counted it as the best book because I remember every single aspect of that book.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was such
the
a ride.
prose, the indelible prose.
And also, like, there's a lot to talk about. Like, I mean, I think that's what would make it a good book club book because it's like, wait, like, so are all of Robert Langdon's adventures just like a way for like older white guys to imagine that hot 30-year-old women want to fuck them?
Oh, yes.
Because that's all the book. Like every few moments, he's like, her lips quivered in my presence. And I'm like, what 30-year-old woman is quivering over a symbologist from Harvard?
I mean, that's Indiana Jones. That's
yeah.
That's everyone.
That was Robert. That was Robert Pattinson in the drama a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, what was his job there? Was he worked at a museum?
He was like an art historian. Yeah.
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 Fake job. They
And
always
what was her job?
she worked in like an office in branding, right? Because she like betrayed her friend.
I couldn't remember what she did to that white girl. The white girl just had issues.
She sort of sabotaged her friend because I think didn't she sabotage with the Ilana Haim? Isn't that what she did?
Haim?
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 I don't know.
Haim? Where did you get Haim from?
I don't know. I went to you go to enough Hebrew school.
It's like maybe you are saying it right, and she just like Angelino'd her name by the time I met her.
Well, what was it pronounced?
Haim.
Haim.
I'm gonna go with that's probably how it's actually pronounced.
Haim.
That's
Should
how
we call them and
that
ask
is
them?
what it is. Yeah, you should call them and ask.
I'm gonna call Esty right now.
In Hebrew, it would be life.
Okay, let's call
Hi
Esty right
is
now.
life.
This is I want to do this mainly because I've not been invited to do that like Allure like prank call thing or like
Okay.
what magazine does.
Oh,
We have
I
to
think
put it up
like,
to the-
Hi, baby. This is Esty. Okay, I'm on a podcast
we
right
met
now.
we met at bowling.
Remember my friend Dan you met at bowling?
Yes.
Okay, he just pronounced your last name as Haim. And I said, that's insane. But is that actually the proper pronunciation?
No, it's Haim.
It's just Haim.
oh damn.
But in Hebrew, how would you pronounce it?
Okay, in Hebrew it's Chaim.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Okay, so we're doing some deep...
let me mansplain how to pronounce your last name to you.
But we're in America. It's
We're in
Haim.
America. It's true.
We're in America. It's Haim.
I love
It's
it.
time. It's time.
I love it. Okay,
It's challah.
let's play
bread.
let's go bowling again soon. I miss you dearly.
God. I love you. I miss you. I'm at Minetta Tavern.
Oh, fab. Okay, I'll text you after this.
Text me whenever. I'm literally here. I'm here like for the foreseeable future.
Fantastic. We love being in New Yorkers. Nixon 5.
Did you see me, Jeremy?
Yes, I did, babe.
Okay,
I
we have to
saw
do a
you.
podcast,
Okay, we had to go podcast. We had to go podcast. I love you. I love you. I love you. Nixon 5. Bye.
All right, that was fun. We got to the bottom of that.
Right.
I'm sorry I don't have any party tricks like that I can pull.
So, but we were both right.
Okay, we were both right. It's true.
Yeah.
They were wrong about their last name. They're
I
just
love
not
how you
there.
just went straight into mansplaining. We're like, well, actually,
I guess it's juice-plaining.
I
juice-plained.
think juice-plained her name. As an Iranian Jew,
Yeah.
you juice-plained her name.
Listen, I was bar mitzvahed, and so it's earned it.
Do you have your last names? Can you explain that to me?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you have two?
My real family last name is Mahboubian.
Okay.
That's what it was. I kind of have a bit about this. I'm going to do the bit. You're going to love it. It was Mahboubian. That's what it was for millennia.
Okay, and I have to say, every Persian person, I'm like, oh, my friend Dan Rosen. They're like, Persian?
Yes. Okay. I'm getting to
Okay,
it.
sorry.
So, our name was changed. My grandfather, in the 1930s, he was an archaeologist. He moved from Iran to Germany for work in the 1930s, and he wanted to assimilate to Germany in the 1930s.
Interesting.
So he picked Rosen. Crazy.
Bad
insane,
idea.
Scholar of history.
Yeah.
Just one level above Bagelstein in terms of Jewiosity. I say he wanted to do Nazi Germany on hard mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the family story is that he fell in love with a woman who was last name Rosen, and he thought he was going to stay. But then he like obviously saw what was going on, and he like said fuck that, and he fucked off back to Iran. And kept Rosen though, which is crazy. He could have gone back. No one would have known. So we were Rosen, and then I put back Mahboubian because like as my middle name because I felt like it was.
So you did that as an affectation.
I guess so. I just like it's a German Jewish last name, and I have no relationship to it.
Wow.
And so I just felt like it's weird that I don't know.
I thought you started doing it to play into DEI when we're doing stand-up. For as long as I've known Dan, he was like Dan Rose, and all of a sudden we're on like an NBC diversity showcase. I'm actually Dan Mahboubian Rose.
Gotta play the game. That's who I am.
Those are those 2018 choices.
That's very 2018.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And now I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what.
Your grandpa was a trendsetter though. Like that was like Oscar Isaac.
Yeah,
because isn't Oscar's last name something else?
Well, all the Jews changed their last name when they came here.
He's not Jewish.
No, he's not. He's Latino.
Yeah,
but I meant like
he gets to play Jewish a lot.
He
True.
does.
Yeah,
True.
He can kind of play anything.
I was talking to someone about him the other day for a big Jewish role I'm producing, and they were like, and it needs to be Oscar, and I said, I love Oscar for every role, but he's not Jewish, you know that? And they said, we don't care, he gives it.
Yeah, we allow it. We give him a pass. We've apparently given Rachel Sennett a pass.
Yeah, Rachel Sennett, and isn't Mrs. Maisel
not Jewish?
Wait, Rachel Brosnan's not. What?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah. But who's Diana Agron, Jewish, no one wants it.
Yeah.
I love Diana Agron. I think she's Jewish. She was Shiva baby Jewish.
Right.
But I feel like she's not been, when people are like, famous Jews in Hollywood, they will say Rachel Sennett before they say Diana Agron.
Yeah. Well, we're historically not hot, so I get that you want someone who could, in your imagination, be we have Adam Brody.
Are you allowed to say that?
What?
Historically, we're not hot.
No, we're many things, but I don't know. We're like, we have our charm.
I think that I'm so over every Jewish man I meet is like, we don't have abs, and like Jews aren't hot, and that's why there's no Jewish leading men. And I'm like, excuse me, watch movies.
Yeah, no, we got half of Paul Newman.
Is Paul Newman half?
Paul Newman's half Jewish.
Zac Efron is Jewish. He has abs.
What?
Yes.
No, okay, we have some with ScarJo. Okay, all right, it's fine, but it's like. You think about
every guy's top number one hall pass is Scarlett Johansson.
Okay, yeah. But in your mind, you guys are thinking about Brad Lander right
now.
No,
I'm not. I'm not. No, I think a lot of the Jewish people in my life project a lot, and that's all I got to say about that. There's a lot of projection. I'm like,
you're just insecure. Okay, here's the thing: if someone's hot and you're like, you look Jewish, no one's like, thank you. Okay, whereas
what?
That's never a compliment.
I
to
said
look
that
Jewish.
to my fiance.
That he looks Jewish?
I thought he was Jewish when I first met him.
All right, fine. I stand corrected. I'm happily be your next Jew leading man.
I think you could.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You know who else?
Cast me. You fucking Oscar Isaac.
Speaking of Mindy Kaling,
I could be.
She constantly is casting Jewish men as romantic leads.
That's true. Well,
consistently.
What is she? She has a little BJ Novak.
There's something psychosexual, maybe. I don't know.
Some things going on with the Novak
or
of
she
it
just
all.
recognizes that you guys are attractive men.
I agree.
You know,
we're not hot, but we have something we can work it.
Can we talk about? Okay, listen, we all know black people are hot, so we don't have to talk about that. But Koreans, how are you feeling?
We're having a moment.
You're having the moment. It's like it was a slow burn.
Not gonna lie, I'm seeing all these TikToks of all these like Korean guys like in high school or in college, and they're just talking about how they're just getting they're getting laid too much. Yeah, I'm seeing what's going on in Mexico, and I'm like, that was not my experience at all.
But you have a hot French girlfriend. Is that allowed to? Do you guys talk about the fact that you guys have partners on this, or do you like?
Yeah, we do.
We
bait.
Yeah. You guys kind of gay bait, and you guys might you guys also. I don't know.
Thank you for coming on this gay podcast.
Yeah, it's Pride. This is the only gay podcast you're doing on Pride.
I talked to people about how I was going on this podcast, and they were like, "The gay one," and I said, "They're not gay." And they're like,
"We're gayer than Stradio Lab." Sorry, sorry.
You guys do talk about design a suspicious amount.
Yeah, what do they talk about? They talk about normal pop culture.
Well, they talk about like because actually the thing about gay guys is that most of them aren't smart.
Okay,
you know, I know that George has glasses.
Yeah,
but. All he wants to do is talk about like Chapel Roan.
You do assume that if someone is gay, you do have the Frasier of it all.
Yeah, they weren't gay.
I know, but okay. Then I guess
so you guys are actually Frasier. Wait, are you guys the Frasiers of podcasting?
Yes, where everyone kind of knows they're gay, but they're not. The odd couple. We're the odd couple.
Are you Kelsey Grammer, or are you? And are you?
I think I'm Niles.
You're right? Niles.
You're Kelsey Grammer.
All right, I'll be Kelsey Grammer.
Well, and so you're Niles.
Then I'm Niles.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm the gay grandpa.
You're
Funny
the
about
gay-
that show, David Hyde Pierce and the grandpa, whose name I'm forgetting right now, both gay actors. Kelsey Grammer, toxically straight.
He is toxic.
Yes.
Toxically straight. Camille Grammer, rest in peace.
How did the gays do this psyop to convince everyone that they're
Smart?
They're all smart.
Because I think there was a time when we were smart. And again, this is like me cribbing a Fran Lebowitz bit, but the smartest, coolest, hottest ones all
died. Yeah, but it's not genetic.
I think it's-
wouldn't you be reborn?
No, but we didn't have mentors. We
Okay,
didn't have enough
okay.
mentors.
So you have the capacity, but you didn't have.
We have the capacity. I mean, again, think of how many gay men are so high functioning at being drug addicts and alcoholics and working like in creative jobs. Like we still have the energy.
So if that was just like guided toward
we've been
ballet
focused
criticism.
we've been focused on the wrong things. The wrong divas took us. Yeah. And the wrong
you're
mentors
focusing
led
on
us.
Love Island.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I honestly am. I know everything about Brenity. That's why I do Obsession. But again, I read. So
we know 28 books.
23.
23, sorry.
But I had to give high and low because in order to be a good playwright, I have to be able to hit every metric. I mean, because I know.
So it's all research.
Totally. There's
no like this character needs to know every single bit about Love Island. Not Jeremy. I hate it. It's low and disgusting and uncouth. But this character in this potential future play has to watch all 50 seasons of every reality TV show.
I have a bomb monologue on the tip of my tongue about the ways in which Love Island is this facsimile of gay culture that can actually teach gay people and straight people so much more about themselves and how we desire.
Okay, you have
No, but it's the seeds. The seeds are not good. Like, you don't want to eat. I mean, again, maybe people eat pumpkin seeds, but I don't like feeding pumpkin seeds to people. Like, I like to I want to put the seed in the ground, grow the pumpkin, make the pumpkin into a pie, and then hand it to you.
Okay.
But what I will say about these seeds,
wouldn't it be too sweet?
Huh?
Wouldn't it be too sweet?
No, because did I say anything about sugar?
Pumpkin pie?
I didn't say anything about sugar.
Okay, I don't want pumpkin pie.
But it's just really sour pumpkin pie. No, I think so I really did feel like there was no universe where I would ever be on a show like Love Island and feel pressed that someone else was fucking someone I liked. I just would be I really am not someone who cares about desire. I don't desire or feel ownership of someone when I desire them. I don't I actually get a lot of compersion if someone is into the guy that I'm into. I don't mind that.
Yeah. I know about Sniffies. Yeah. I know.
That's the wrong one for you to know about.
I was like, what's Sniffies?
Miss Rosen, watch out. Watch out. He's on the site for DL men.
It's for research for a character, Jeremy, who is promiscuous. I myself wouldn't know anything about him.
That has to stay. That is the most baity thing that any straight man can say. I know about Sniffies. That's alarm bells.
Well, they can't see my fisherman sandals, so I have to put out smoke signals somehow.
Just so you know, Sniffies is for guys who it's literally a gay app for straight guys who want to have anonymous gay sex like you would in the 80s. Okay. They want to bring it back.
But with
to the shadow.
Man.
Yeah, with the gay man. They want to bring it back to the shadows. Okay. Don't say, oh, okay, like you don't know. Oh, interesting.
We're one to create a profile.
How would it work? No, they also don't even have a real app. That's how naughty it is. It's you had to go to sniffies.com.
Oh, it's all web-based.
It's a website. You're saying it's a website.
Now he knows nothing. Now he knows nothing. No. So anyway, I did though realize as I was thinking about it this morning, I experienced that Love Island thing where I was in a thing that was a very chaste flirtation with a guy for weeks. Right before I went to Fire Island for the first time. And then we went to Fire Island. We were hanging out, sleeping in the same room. So lovely, but we weren't intimate. But then we go out one night and he decides to do what all the Islanders do, which is at the fucking Casa Amor of fucking Fire Island. Yeah. And he explored. Mm-hmm. He went into the dark room.
We've heard about these things.
And he explored. And I flipped out. I was like, what the fuck? And I was so heartbroken and upset. Yeah. And he decided to recouple, right? He recoupled. I was left alone. I was vulnerable.
Yeah.
But then, guess what?
And was he like, these are the rules? Like, don't you know?
Well, he was just like, I do really like these guys, and like, I know you thought I was just like some weird, like, virgin, but actually, I just like we were friends.
Okay.
Like, it was just not giving that.
Okay.
And I was like, oh wow. But then another bombshell entered the villa in the form of my
your narrative
fiance.
is in reality TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he
came to that same trip?
He came during that same trip. I met him. We didn't fully hit it off the first time. But then at the Pines party, which is like our version of Casa Amor, me and the bombshell went all the way. We've been together ever since. And guess what? Unlike that guy who's basically been single this entire time, I won the game. I have a ring. So sometimes you do need to explore, and actually it is very real.
You have to have your heart broken.
You need to have your heart broken on Fire Island.
And was there a reunion of sorts between the first guy and then
we're friends still? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But he knows that I won. I called him today to tell him that. I told him, I was like, listen, babe, I need you to know that this.
You called to tell him I won?
Yes. I said, guess what? We did Love Island. And guess what? I won the game.
And he's
you
like,
lost.
Who is this? Who are you? He's like, I don't remember.
I'm still never going to fuck
it's
you.
It's the Mad Men meme. Like, I don't think about you.
Exactly.
Well, that's beautiful. I'm glad that's how you met your husband.
Yeah.
By getting cheated on, maybe?
Not even cheated on. Like, it was like literally like, it was just like Love Island. Like we were nothing.
Yeah. You were nothing. And you thought there was something.
We were companions.
Yeah, you were the guy in Obsession.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of the guy in Obsession, would you guys ever, like in your lowest of moments, have wished that someone like loved you unconditionally?
No, I don't think. No, I think
no.
I learned
in your
from
lowest moment.
Maybe in high school. There are girls who I wish
was it?
had a crush. I'm not gonna name names.
You don't have to say her name, but can you describe her to me?
I can empathize.
Let me hear it from you.
I can empathize.
Okay, when would you have done
in your lowest moment?
Yes.
Early 20s, super depressed, super lonely. If I could guarantee, that someone would love me unconditionally, I would break the willow.
This is a conversation I had with a close friend early in our relationship where we talked about what superpowers we would have if we could have superpowers. And he said sometimes he wishes he had a superpower to make someone do anything he wanted when he wanted them to do it. And I said, that is the darkest superpower I've ever heard.
That's psychotic.
That's like deeply evil. And he was like, no, it's not. But then I watched Obsession and I saw how many people really loved that thing. The ability to make
be able to do that.
They got the exact opposite lesson from that movie.
Well, he said this before that movie. Okay. I don't think he would feel the same post that movie, but I do think that part of the reason that people related to the movie so much is that a lot more people than I think actually do want to have that power.
Yeah, I mean, but is it fun? Like, I feel like anything, if you get something undeserved, then you don't value it. I don't know. I feel like it feels cheap.
People do AI all the time.
Yeah,
that's true. I do think that movie, I don't know if intentional or not, was about AI.
It's also about rape.
Yeah, I know you're rape.
It's about AI and rape.
All right, AI. We have to put this episode on YouTube, so you can't talk about your rape theory.
You can't talk about rape on YouTube.
I think it will get censored.
They don't believe in rape on YouTube. Think of how many
We
people
just got demonetized.
Think of how many people rape on YouTube. A lot of them. Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast lives to see another day.
Look at his smile. That's the smile of someone who, as they say on TikTok, grapes.
I don't see. The thing is,
he has a grapey smile.
I think he likes to watch grape. I don't think he himself.
Ew, dude,
that's actually so real.
That's vibe.
He's like, what is Mr. Beast? Okay,
2 people in one room. Whoever rapes one first wins $10 million. We'll do
all
it.
of this great material. We will be a great run on this. We can't use it.
We already made fun of Tony Hinchcliffe on Monday's podcast.
What did you say
about him? Do you know
him?
who Tony Hinchcliffe is?
Only because he was the person who thought it was like funny to make a George Floyd joke, which I'm also like, try to make a George Floyd joke.
Yeah.
I guess, but also you're a loser if you get upset that people like think you're a racist afterwards.
I mean, he also like literally spoke at Trump's.
Yes.
He did a rally.
Yes.
No, I guess we're talking about on the Patreon. He has a new special out, which might be the worst comedy special of all time. It's like evil. If you're curious, like how a stand-up comedy special would look like if it were evil, it is that.
Well, apparently that I saw it on TikTok because I get a lot of my information from TikTok. Mm-hmm. And on TikTok, people said that it was.
Oh, so you just made that Korea stuff up at the beginning?
All of it, yeah. Like, that was from a collection of 15-second clips.
Yeah, that's
like, over the last 5 years. Just like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and those people learned about what they were telling you from TikTok. It's just TikToks all the way down. There's nothing at the
sometimes
bottom.
I do think I'm like I have so much random lore that like I have actually like hard earned one that I could be just throwing at people, like just random strong opinions, like histories that are like half true, just like my drunk history on like every part of like the fucking Harlem Renaissance would go crazy, do major numbers, but I'm also like, I don't want to contribute to someone being an idiot. Did you know that like actually Langston Hughes said this? Because I'm probably paraphrasing, right? I'm gonna invite someone to then paraphrase a telephone version of the paraphrase.
Yes, although even just getting someone under 50 to know who Langston Hughes is might.
Do you think they don't know?
Absolutely not.
No.
Wait, that's sad.
I think they do not. I think they might know A Raisin in the Sun.
Okay.
But like that's the extent of their relationship to.
Do you know about this thing called sight reading?
Sight reading?
Yeah, like they're not teaching kids how to like read.
Oh, it's like a
anymore.
different type of reading.
Yeah, like
so rather than
kids-
sounding out the phonemes, you just like
Well, no, this is
take
the
it
big
all
thing
at
that
one-
they're undoing that. That was like the big thing for like 20 years.
So
Was
there's a
whole
20-year
language.
gap of idiots who can't read.
Yeah, it was like whole language learning, and now they're going back to phonics, which is like much more data driven. Actually, like because whole language reading works for kids who have parents who are like educated and already working with them and teaching them how to read at an early age, and they understand words and are reading with them at home. Whereas people who don't have that, like just telling them like just guess what it means is like very hard. And actually, what you should be doing is teaching them what the sounds actually make, and they sound it out, and then they and then they read it. The problem is it's much harder to teach and more boring.
Yeah.
And more difficult. And so I think teachers also didn't love it, maybe. But now we're back to phonics, so hopefully the next generation knows how to read.
One of the Love Island contestants last night, a man named Sincere, said two things
Love
that were
that.
really amazing that made me worried about his education. He said, this is the epitome of the experience.
Oh, I love a malapropism.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said, this is the epitome. And then he also said, I really want to immerse myself in this experience. But
Okay.
which like, there's a poetic way that could make sense.
Yeah.
But I think he meant immerse.
I think he
Right.
meant immerse. My wife and I have a Google Doc that's a running list of malapropisms.
Oh my
that
God, what
people-
are your favorites?
Something with red-handed. I'll let me think about it and I'll get back to you.
Good. I'm excited for this.
We can all contribute.
Yes.
We can all contribute.
Wait, so we were talking a little bit about. I mean, I'm interviewing you guys now. So we were talking a little bit about the
We're
the
bit
Korean
betas,
glow
so
up.
it's okay.
We're getting mogged on our own
Yeah,
podcast.
okay.
No, you were talking about the Korean glow up and how there was a moment when you were low in your life when you maybe hadn't glowed up yet.
Yeah.
Weren't pulling French baddies.
No.
And would have used the
I would have used the One Wish Willow.
What's your
like
name?
where were you at that time?
I was in LA. That's the thing. I didn't have like a crush or anything.
You just wanted anyone.
Just like the idea of someone.
And when do you think you started to look hot and were able to pull and didn't need to have a One Wish Willow to pull?
After I moved to New York. Yeah.
New York
You
made
just
you
have that
hot.
New York swag on you.
Yeah, I would say like 25.
You were in LA before?
2025,
I was in
2015, you mean?
Well, when I was 25.
Oh, when you were 20.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
this is an important part of the important moment to talk about, which is I think LA is evil. It is like it is evil incarnate as a place.
It's built to destroy you and make you feel as
Yeah.
terrible about yourself as
the
possible.
most beautiful people I know in LA think they're ugly, for sure. That's why they all get so much bad work done. And I think that like I also didn't feel hot until I moved to New York and was just randomly like at a club and like dudes just would like come up to me. In LA, no one ever came up to me. Like I felt like less than a zero in LA. And there's something about like New York being actually down to fuck that like makes everyone a little hotter.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, everyone in LA is looking to fuck the hottest person.
I don't think that anyone's actually trying to fuck in LA though.
Okay.
I think they're like maybe like they're
What are they getting hot for
They're
then?
into like muscle worship and like they're into like sort of they're into some sort of weird cucking worshiping thing where it's
Yeah.
like I will like worship the most beautiful girl at the bar. I will worship but it's
like
not
Mishima. It's just like
it is fully Mishima. It is like actually like Son and Steel vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like people saying
just
like
body as art.
Yes,
they don't realize they're doing
they're
it.
like, I want girl with tits and blonde. Like
Yeah.
tits and blonde is like what it is.
Yeah, and the skinniest, like skinny beyond healthy.
Yes.
Like at any time, I feel like there's always the guy who wants to like control his wife's eating, and it's always in LA to me.
Yes.
They want the skinniest person who doesn't eat and can just be like a prop or something.
Like, do you know any happy fat people in LA?
I feel like everyone in New York, people in LA are like hot and ugly, and people in New York are like ugly but sexy. If that makes sense. Like it doesn't matter really how you look in New York. You can like have a thing about you that makes you like sexy and cool and interesting, and the way you dress and what you talk about. And LA, like somehow the hot people are also ugly because they dress like shit. I don't know. And they're
okay, I follow now. Yeah.
I would also say that people are the hottest in LA when they first arrive. Like because like you come to LA knowing that you're the hottest person in whatever town you're in. You're like,
Naomi
I will
Watts
make
in
it.
Mulholland Drive.
Yes. But then you get uglier the longer you're there. Whereas in New York, you get hotter the longer you're here.
Yeah.
Like even if you have some weird
I mean, we're so biased as New Yorkers, and our LAers
Mix
hate
in
us, but
five.
you know,
Mix in five.
You know that it's true.
But no, I do think that like New York is a place where you age into beauty in this crazy way that like isn't as true in LA.
Well, the caveat is also there's a whole swath of LA that's not in the industry that I think might not be.
And where is that on the map? Show it to me. Show it to me on a map because I don't know.
San Gabriel Valley.
Exactly. Like
You're not going there.
No, every place that like was free from the industry has a little micro industry there. If it's not film, it's music. If it's not music, it's influencing. If it's not influencing, it's like now tech. Like how is Venice the hub of tech?
Yeah, Snapchat. Snap came in and.
But in New York, it's so specific to downtown because there's a lot of old finance guys who eventually just moved to Greenwich, Connecticut. But I wouldn't say they're like at their peak hotness when they make that transition.
No, but I think that like old guys in the Upper East Side are really hot. Like, and they have their style. Like that's why they're
they have their tailor.
Bringing it back, old Jewish men. That Instagram, vibey Instagram.
Yeah,
you know
Zabar.
what I mean?
Eli Zabar.
Yes. You know, just like knowing New York allows you to know who you are in a real way. And like, are there fly people in LA? Yes. I know you guys are gonna get in the comments, be all upset about this. Like, blah. Some of you are hot and cool. We get it.
Yeah.
But most of you aren't. And like the people who are the coolest there probably came from New York or did a stint here.
Did you ever have to live there?
I lived there for 7 years.
Oh, okay. And you hated it.
I didn't actually. Like when I wrote this line in my first play, it was if it's summer every day, when even is it?
Yeah.
And there was something about LA being this like overwhelmingly like abundance of like freedom and sun and fun that was really great for my early 20s, even if it was like bad for my self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know, because like everyone I was hanging out with had generational wealth. So like I was like, wow, it's so cool. None of my friends have jobs. And then I was like, oh, they don't have to.
They don't have to. And then you can ride that wave, but then eventually you're like, this is not actually healthy. This is like I don't know, like a
that exists
Fellini
in New
movie.
York too, though.
Exactly.
Like being surrounded by generational wealth. That's just like the arts writ large.
Yes, but people for the most part, I mean, maybe not in our neighborhood or this neighborhood, I should say. But most people, even if they do have generational wealth, they have like outstandingly like intense ambitions.
Jack Schlossberg.
So that like at least like they're like pretending to hustle, right? Like it's like the richest kid you know is like, when I get this streetwear brand off, you'll see. Like and it's like, who will see? And you're like, you all will. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to be doing this.
Exactly. Like the amount of like insane stores here that I know are funded fully by trust funds and don't need to exist.
The entire art world is every gallery you see not making money. It's just the children of rich people.
Didn't Pace just close, or was it?
Pace is like
they just like laid off a bunch of people,
downsizing,
right?
And they fired a bunch of people and they let go of 50 artists. But that's because they expanded way too quickly and thought that art could be like fashion when it's actually not. The whole thing is exclusivity. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever accused you of being a trust fund baby?
All the time. People assume I am because I'm really good at like blending in. You know what I mean? And also you know how to talk to white people?
I
know how to talk to white people. No, but also like I just like I have like, I don't know that like I've ever felt like anyone needed to be like invited into like my stress or struggle, because it's like it's uninteresting. And also, if I'm wallowing in my stress or struggle, like that means I'm being like I'm spending energy doing that and not energy like being somewhere else. So I think that like because people have seen me seemingly so carefree, they've imagined like a sort of like abundance.
You must have grown up in Saint-Tropez.
Yeah. And I'm like, I actually have an abundance of delusion. And also like my mom, I think that like also when you go up in a Christ-like home, right? Like a home that loves Jesus, you can get a lot done with the delusions that come with being told that you're special at a young age. And I was told by multiple like pastors, like I was blessed and I would like see great heights. And so like my entire life from like age 5
and that worked. That led to a delusion.
Everyone was like every preacher we went to was like, Jeremy has magic powers and he will be like the chosen one that will like lift your family up. He's gonna buy you a house one day. Well, I mean, these are all things my mom was like whispering to him, I'm sure. But like it ended up helping. It like made me act like a trust fund baby. You know, or something. And my mom put me in like private schools by, you know, working 3 jobs that she, you know, like that made her have no life of her own for so long. She had me when she was 19, you know? But like, and my grandparents, everyone like supported me. And like, I think a lot of other young people from the same economic background I have would not have had the privilege. And this is a huge privilege, which is like where I have this abundance of confidence and this trustafarian energy. I had the privilege of having a mom who said, I will let you go to drama school and like do and follow your dreams. And when I called her and was like, Mom, all the other kids, like their parents pay their rent. Like, can you pay my rent? And she was like, no, because your rent is 4 times what my rent is, but I can like help you for this many amount of months. If you can figure it out for 6 months, I will help you out then. And I will help you out when I can. And like, I think that me being someone who could like exist on 1 hot dog a day for a while, you know, like, and like, you know, was charming enough to be invited to a bunch of things where I was always able to get like some free drinks and whatever. My 20s had a similar experience as a lot of, or a very different experience than a lot of other people who grew up in the same economic background as I did, right? Because I did have that like, that mom that believed and also said like, I'll throw a couple pennies your way.
Did you also have cultural capital that you like had to? Because I feel like you're very, you know a lot about many subjects, and so that is, I feel like, a thing that if you grow up in a poor household and you can grab onto those things, that is actually something that you can like wield to blend in a way.
One of my teachers said in 6th grade that I was like she's like, Jeremy is like a sponge. He just soaks it all up. You put him in front of anything and he's gonna swallow it all. I mean, but
and he was like,
fire. And then I ended up on Fire Island. No,
that's what he meant.
Exactly.
That's what the pastor meant. He's gonna be a special child.
No, but I
get the most cum. He'll get the
any movie that was referenced, any book that was referenced that like older people told me about. Because I was in such a creative desert, an art desert growing up in Martinsville, Virginia, which like used to be this like abundant furniture town. They made a lot. Actually, if you go on First Dibs, you can find furniture from where my grandmother and my grandpa used to work. And that was the idea for a big show. Amazon, Jen Salke, when she was at Amazon, I went out to dinner with her and a big creator from Amazon whose name I won't say, but they were like, oh my God, like Jeremy should be at Amazon too. This is when I have an HBO deal. And she was like, Jeremy, get out of that HBO deal. Come over to Amazon. I was like, oh my God, like what? I was like, oh, because she's like, they haven't made your show at HBO yet. I was like, no, it's like really been annoying. Like I worked on the show for a long time and it didn't happen, but like I love everyone there, like blah, blah, blah. And she's like, come to Amazon. I'll greenlight the first thing you give me. I love you. And I was like, okay. She was like, what's the show you want to write? I was like, I have a show about a gay couple who buy a piece of furniture that the main guy's family like made. And the entire show will follow 3 generations of his family from like the making of this like chair to like him getting it in in like, you know, the Lower East Side in New York City. And like, it's like sort of like Succession, but also sort of like this, like, you know, Pachinko, like it's like some epic about like just like the ways in which that my town changed from being this really great furniture town to being like the highest per capita meth addicted like city in America.
Whoa.
And then how I somehow got out of that, even though like my mom was working on the floor, my grandpa was a manager, and like all these things. She was like, "That's amazing. Build it out, pitch it." I pitched it. They were like, "It's giving boring." It's giving. Who wants to watch?
That's what Bezos said.
They said,
boring.
Who wants a show about a dresser? And I said, it's, you know, it's
valid.
It's mid-century modern. It's like very cool. And he was like, no. And so I like shelved it, and
Well,
I was
want
also
to watch that show.
I think it would be a really good show.
It's beautiful.
I still need to work on it more. But
it does also sound like an epic film.
It also could be an epic film.
Yeah.
Which
Or
might
like,
be where I do it.
East of Eden or something.
Yeah. I mean, I love furniture, and I love the fact that when I was looking at furniture for my apartment,
Do you
Dibs,
have furniture from?
No, because so here's the thing: it's not my style.
Okay.
It's not my style. Those things I found on First Dibs, but there are a lot of things.
What
on
is
First
the
Dibs.
style of the?
It's like, here, I'll show you. You can tell me because you know more about furniture than I do. I'm not a furniture person.
Oh, okay. Very mid-century modern.
Yeah, this is the kind of shit my grandparents were literally making.
I kind of think it's very beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's just like,
great.
where would I put that in my apartment?
Yeah, you have to commit to this.
I think that if I get a house
Style.
upstate, I would definitely buy some of this. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
when I'm in my Bodie journey, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like I live in Connecticut
Green
now.
River Project.
Yeah, Green River. I mean, well, you know, Green River Project designed my mom's house in Virginia.
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, not
that's
the house.
crazy.
They like I bought a house and then they
Yeah.
designed it.
Okay, you asked them to.
Yeah.
They didn't go
Incredible.
down there.
They went down there themselves. Like
Okay.
actually, Aaron likes my mom more than he likes me. I think.
Wow.
Yeah. He and my mom
They're
really
great.
vibed hard.
Ben's great too.
Yeah, Ben is amazing.
We got like set up on a date in Milan, and we just spent the day together.
Sick. Pause.
Sniffies. We got set up on Sniffies.
Sniffies.
For the listeners, Green River Project is the kind of furniture arm, of Aaron and Ben, and Aaron is married to Emily Bodie.
Yeah, and they kind of cross-pollinate.
Yeah, they do all
worlds.
the stores. If you are imagining the Bodie stores, and I think they did Kendall Jenner's,
And I think
something.
they've done a lot of people.
Yeah.
they you know they're in that 80-100. They're very 80-100 coded. But also, do you only talk to coastal elites in this podcast?
No.
No.
What are the demographics?
What does that mean?
The analytics.
The audience?
The audience, yeah.
Oh. No, I think we're broader. There were people who are
are people-
interested in the conversation.
Are there people in Texas listening to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're global, baby.
Yeah, I'm from Texas.
You are?
I'm from Texas. I'm from El Paso.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, how did an El Paso boy end up in LA? Have you already told this to your audience?
Yeah, I went to boarding school.
Which boarding school?
It's in Santa Barbara. It's called Kate.
Oh, is that the one with horses?
No, that's the rival school.
Okay, got
The
it.
fuck?
It's the same vibe though.
Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And what did you do a sport there or something?
Yeah, I played tennis.
Were you going to be professional?
No, but there was a time where like my coaches were encouraging my parents to make me go pro, so they were entertaining the idea of sending me to like a tennis school in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you a trust fund kid?
No.
You paused a little bit. Wow. You paused a bit.
No.
I come from a place of abundance, but
Upper middle class?
yeah, for sure.
But like, okay, so like how close to Chloe Zhao?
Oh, so far. Well, are you kidding me?
No. You can tell how rich someone is by how much they make art about poor people. There's a direct correlation.
I mean, I can say that
The Freudian compensation is so strong.
as a fan of Chloe Zhao, I do fear sometimes that she doesn't like me because I did tweet about how I was like, I've Googled it. It's there. Like, I don't know how she's not a billionaire or the heir to one, but it is interesting how like there's like a 10 toes deep and like I am not.
For
Which
sure.
I'm like, you were born in China, you went to boarding school in
Like
LA
like crazy.
and in London. And then you went to NYU as an exchange student.
Her dad's a steel magnet in China.
Yeah.
I'm just like interested. I'm
I
just like,
don't understand the denial too. Even like maybe we talked about Lena's book a little bit. You can read.
No, I love
okay,
Lena.
Okay, there's like she admits that she got like help, but there's still like always a couching.
Yeah.
and that like in how it happened, and that like Yeah, most people's parents cannot call some friends and get them money.
Yes.
To make a movie.
No, I will say this. She
still had to crush the movie. Yeah. The movie's great. She's insanely talented.
And also I think that Lena's story is a really weird hybrid. It would be like my niece or nephew like becoming like, you know, a CEO of like a major company or something. It's just like kind of like, yeah, I guess I know people who could help them, but also like, what? Yeah. Like you did that? Go off, queen.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Like, so I get it.
Plenty of people get the opportunity and make the shittiest film of all time.
I met a person who was the child of an actor. I'm friends with this person. And they said to my face, I am absolutely not a Nepo baby. I reject that. And I said, say what? And they said, I reject it. And then I had to explain to them that like the difference is that like when you go into the like, I'm not going to argue with you about whether or not you did an audition and took your last name off and they had no idea who you were. I'm not going to fight about that. I don't care. But what I will say is that the difference is that when I lived in LA and I would be at a party, everyone would say, what is he doing here? And then someone who was more famous would be like, oh, this is Jeremy. He does this. And they'd be like, is he good? You know, and it would still be like, they still have to like,
need an entry
qualify
to everything.
I was like, I promise you, if anyone ever asked why you were in this room and someone said, oh, her dad is X, the conversation stops there and everyone's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm
going to stop talking to you. I'm going to go talk to her.
Exactly. That is the power of being a Nepo baby in general, which is a power that I don't think that Lena had in Hollywood necessarily, but I think she would have had.
I don't think she's I don't think Lena's a Nepo baby.
But I do think that she has access that she does.
Yeah, she's just wealthy. It's okay. Or she has some kind of wealth.
But there's that line where she's like, oh, the only person I knew in Hollywood was my mom's ex, who happened to be like the head of UTA.
Yes.
Great one call to have. But
no, there's another
one phone call
there
in
is
prison.
one other one in the book that I thought that did make me laugh a lot. It was like, I can't remember what it was. There was a lot of couching, but there were like 2 or 3 moments where I was like, damn, your family knew a lot of people that did well. It was like some other family friend was also really fab. And I was like, damn, I really fucked up in the genetic lottery.
Well, you're not genetic. You look beautiful.
I know, but like genetics and like as far as like which parents I had. Also,
yeah, but it's all privilege. I grew up in New York, which is like, you know, my parents didn't know jack shit, but I still went to school.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Bronx Science.
Which is, that's the one that Tom Holland went to.
Tom Holland? I was going to say the mayor, but yeah.
Tom Holland. Tom Holland went there.
Tom Holland did like his little...
Okay, here's Tom Holland's a New York kid?
No. Spider-Man goes to Bronx Science. So Tom Holland has done interviews where they like let him do a little week at Bronx Science with like
he very intensely did it.
I just want to say the only white kid. He would have been like one of 3 white kids at Bronx Science with a British accent. They didn't know who I was. And it's like, yeah, you were a senior and you couldn't do algebra. They all knew who the fuck you were, Tom Holland.
Wait, no, hold on. Here's my question for you though about Zoran being at that school. Like, I love Zoran. I think he's amazing. We walked part of the walk from Manhattan down together, voted for him, voted for all the people he endorsed. Because again, like he has shooters. You say anything negative about that man,
he is insanely popular.
I do have questions about the college he went to.
Okay.
Bowdoin?
Yeah. Do you know smart people that went to Bowdoin? I just think that's like, or does it feel like you didn't make good grades in Bronx
Nathaniel
High School?
Hawthorne went to Bowdoin. Okay, here's the thing.
Back when
the fact that he
because knowing that his mom is a celebrated indie filmmaker.
Yeah,
Bowdoin seems like the right choice.
It is?
Well,
because he applied to Columbia as a black person.
Well, he did apply as a black person, and also as the son of the professor.
Yeah, exactly.
I
just like your grades can't be good if you didn't get in.
Yeah, your grades can't. I mean, he did. You still need to have a good grade on the test to get into Bronx Science. That you can't get around that. But yeah, because I know that a lot of Ivy League schools, they will pay for the tuition of your child.
Yeah.
So like I went to a school where I had a lot of friends who were kids of professors because it's cheaper to just let them go to your school because otherwise they have to pay.
Yeah.
So the fact that Columbia was still like, no.
Yeah. Again, I'm sure Zoran listens to this podcast if he has time. I love you, Zoran.
Yeah.
We need to talk. I think that a lot of people on your cultural council I have questions about. Call me up.
Yeah, what is he doing culture-wise?
Questions.
Okay.
I have questions.
I know. I haven't been following.
Again, he's giving people childcare. He's like plugging up potholes. There are more important conversations to be had than what's happening with off-Broadway and Broadway theater and the lack of funding of like theater groups. But we can do more. We can do more, and we can talk.
That is New York's economy.
Yes,
actually.
I mean, well, when I talked to him about this on the talk, I was really bringing up like real facts and figures and numbers. I had researched hard the last week and a half because I knew I was going to do a walk with him.
Right.
And he was like, "Well, you know, if everyone can afford their rent, then they can afford to do things they like." And I was like, "That's not true. I can afford my rent." Can't afford to do a play with a bunch of other people. So let's talk. And
most people can't afford tickets
exactly.
to do a play.
Yeah, so
to go see a play.
Let's figure this other part out too.
Yeah.
You know. And then
but it's everything. There's like it's really hard to. Hotels are insanely expensive, which is like leads to people not coming here, which is tourism leads to huge amount of money for Broadway. So there is a lot of interconnectedness of policy. So it's expensive to put on a play.
It's really expensive to put on a play, especially if you believe in paying people. If you don't believe in paying people, it's so easy to put on a play. Like if you
all art,
if you don't want to pay anyone, you're golden, you know. But like if you want to pay people and pay people like a living wage, it is a real thing, and that is why like it's very important to have like supplemental help from the government in some way, shape, or form. It's why Europe has like so much good theater, and everyone is eating, everyone's getting paid well because the government is paying for a significant part of it.
And you can go see a play in London
for like 50 quid.
Yes, and now like what's like the worst seats at like Death of a Salesman?
Oh,
that's like $300.
Yeah, $300 for the worst seat.
Yeah.
Did you see this drama with The Obsession, the film, where the art director?
Yes, of course I did. I have a lot of thoughts on it.
I think
I'm sorry.
For those who don't know,
the art director was paid like a flat fee.
Yes.
Didn't have any points in the production.
Yeah,
as we all know, Obsession went on to be a huge global success.
Yes.
And then the director Curry Barker was like, "Well, that's the trade-off you make. Like you don't."
No, that's a psychotic thing for any child to say. Also, you're from Alabama. I'm looking at you now, clocking a lot of things.
But did he even make? I was like trying to understand how much he actually made. Like who made money? Because that is weird.
Focus Features is making the most money.
Yeah.
Then the production companies are making a lot of money. Blumhouse is making a lot of money. The thing that I feel is just like an obvious thing is that like no one making that script and that movie in this economy thinks that they are going to walk away with seven figures at all, right? They think that they're making it for the love of the game. I think the movie's gonna like do what it does. It's gonna go to Fantasia Fest, you know,
which 99%, literally 99% of movies that budget make nothing,
and be like a cute little thing. I think that it should be understood by everyone involved. If you are that 1 in a million project that somehow hits, every person, producers, I don't care who the fuck is taking a quote unquote risk. Every single one of you needs to like get together and say, how are we breaking off a bonus for everyone that worked below the line? How are we breaking off a bonus for every creative person that worked on this?
Also, it would be great PR. Yes, purely good PR for Focus Features.
Like, even if you
to give like $50,000 even to each person.
No, but also if they decided this movie is going to make the most money of any Focus Features movie ever, if they just decided that like they're going to give like 0.01% of that $400 million, you know what I mean, to everyone that worked on the movie, that is such a life-changing amount of money for so many of those people. Why not? And I think that like the thing that makes me feel most crazy is that like people were like all advocating for the creatives to get the bonuses, like the two actors and like Curry and all these other people. But like the thing they don't realize, Curry's already up making his next movie. Yeah. Like he already has $7 million figure. He brought that one the one boy that was in the movie along with him, and he did not hire any of those below the line people ever again. Right? Like they're not on this next movie. The two cast members, like Inda's at the Chanel dinner. She's made. The boy is somewhere else. He's doing other shit, right?
Yeah. Andy Richter, he's doing fine.
Like those kids, they're gonna be fine. People who we see do fine. Yeah. The people we don't see might never make a movie again. And there are people who have done this before, like David Lynch with Eraserhead, who have made sure that the people who like held that light for your little movie like get to go home and like feel good about the fact that they worked on a movie. They held a light for a movie that made it a success, and now they also get to like feed their family for a year and a half off of it while they try to find the next movie that'll like pay them $6 to hold a light. You know, because they're only holding that light because they have a love of the game of like being around movies getting made. They don't want the glory and the fame. And I think that those people are the ones that we should like really take care of. And that's one thing I say, again, people have so many opinions about Sam Levinson, like have them. I'm not here to fight you about your opinions about Sam Levinson or Euphoria. But what I will say is that when Malcolm and Marie came out, Zendaya, Kalia Washington, John David Washington, Ashley Levinson all made sure that Kevin Turin all made sure that every single person that worked in that movie got points, because every single person that was on the crew for that movie was on the crew for Euphoria, and Euphoria was shut down because of COVID.
He's loyal.
And people were able to buy houses with the points they got from that movie selling for $22 million to Netflix.
Damn.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just what
you can do it.
It's not hard.
Yeah, especially if you have any sort of clout already to begin with. Well, also to me, like, why, if you're the production company, like, it's almost fake to even put in the contract, like, if this movie makes over $100 million, X amount of people will get points. That's almost never going to happen. Yes. And it looks good. It's like free PR to be like, okay, we care about our community. Yeah, I don't really get it. But how common is it to get points? If they're below the line, or anyone who's not
below the line, very rare. But I would say that, like, everyone who works on a movie gets points on it. But ask every creative whoever has made a movie how film studio accounting works. Yeah, they always are figuring out ways not to give those points out. They're always like one of my favorite things to do is get like the data reports on things I've worked on, and like how much money the company says we're still losing year by year. Yeah, I'm like, we're still promoting it. I'm like, you are? It hasn't made any profit. They're like, no. Yeah. And that's like everyone. I mean, like that's why, like, you know, my friend's mom was able to get like a brand new house because they like fucking like sued the fuck out of Fox because they were like, can we like see the books on this major TV show we made? Yeah. And then they're like, oops, sorry, we forgot to give you guys like $15 million. You know? And that's how points generally are like they don't exist. Everyone's earning too much money at the top half. Yeah. But I think, you know, situation like this, that's such a unicorn. It's really it would be like working at like Facebook at the beginning and not getting something for being there at the beginning. Yeah,
fucking David Cho and his murals got some money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your movie Erupcja, or you want to talk about sport?
Guys, I've talked about Erupcja so much. It's a really good movie. It's really fun. We watched it. What did you guys think?
We saw it.
It was good.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. I really very well shot too.
It's very well shot. Yeah. He's an amazing DP. What's his name? Lockman. Ed Lockman. Yeah. Pulled him aside and like talked to him about when we premiered at MoMA. He was like, yo, this is sick. And like talked to him and he was like, more people should be making movies like this.
Yeah.
It's
you
like,
made it for $90,000.
Yeah, $90,000. We all have points. Everyone that worked in that movie has a point. Multiple points.
I like that kind of like, it reminded me, do you ever see the movie Crystal Fairy?
Yeah, of course. I love that movie.
It reminded me of that movie where it's just like, there's a great energy and vibe to it. And it's just like, it feels like, oh, I kind of feel like people made this movie like with their friends in their friend's apartment. Yes. And it's not like a huge, you know, story, but it's just like interpersonal and they're great characters.
Yes.
And I love the energy of those kind of movies, which you'd think more people would want to do that and could do that, but I don't know why they gravitate towards like.
Well, I think people like to suffer. I think people like to suffer, and I think that like one of the things that makes working with Pete so exciting, and I've talked to so many people, is that like Pete is someone who actually like makes art like we're supposed to make art, right? Yeah. Like in my opinion, right? He's not out here being like, I want to be on the cover of every magazine and I want to make a bunch of money and do it. Like, would it be nice if we made money doing this movie? Absolutely. And we have made money. It's been really fun to like have some money to put in our pocket and like go out to nice dinner. But like, get it on VOD now. Apple, Letterboxd, Amazon.
Not Amazon. Fuck them. They didn't even put your show.
Fuck Amazon. Apple. Get it on Apple. Get it on Letterboxd. It's
Erupcja.
Erupcja.
Try to spell it. You need a different keyboard.
Well, in France, we just premiered in France today, and they changed the title in France. The only country that changed the title in France was France, and they changed it to Eruption.
Okay.
They said, get out of here with that.
that
They said, get out of here with that. But anyway, no.
I typed in Charlie XCX into Apple TV and it came up.
Yeah,
So.
but she's been that's shocking because she's in 5,000 movies.
She is in many projects.
But no, the thing is, like, you know, people forget that like art making is a practice that one does because they like making art, not because they like being in magazines. And I think, or like making a lot of money. Like if you're trying to start a band to make a lot of money, you're doing it wrong. And I think that like because I got so much success very early, everyone around me was like, okay, let's get that money train going. Like, what's the next studio movie you can be on? Blah, blah, blah. And everyone started asking me like, what did I want to do? Yeah. And I think what's really fun about this is that Pete starts from, what do I want to do? And he was like, I'm living in Poland. I have a Polish girlfriend. I want to make a movie with my friends in Poland because none of my friends are going to visit me otherwise. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sick. Yeah, I do think that there's an American mentality. You even see that with restaurants in New York. If there's like one 7th Street burger, then after like a week, there's like 1,000 of them.
Yes.
And no one wants to hit singles. No one's be like, let me just hang out with my buddies, hit some singles. It's always like I have to do a home run. You know, venture capital. They're like, we're not going to just give you a little bit of money. We're going to give you $70 million so you can like turbocharge and either go bust or become a unicorn. And I feel like that mentality is in everything.
And someone asked me the other day, they were like, you know, how did you get the money for this? Like, you know, because like doing a movie for this much, like that's a real risk. And I was like, well, first of all, it shouldn't be, right? Like doing a movie for anything under $1 million should never be a risk. And yet it's like considered riskier than doing like a $20 million movie to most people. People don't want to do small. They want to do big. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you want to do something that like is going to return, right? Even if it only returns $100,000, it's returned. It might get you like 2x, but it feels like better than losing $1 million or $5 million or $20 million on one of those like shitty movies that like often comes out that no one's gonna see because like they'll be like, how about we put, oh God, I have to be so nice to people. Like, let's put Gerard Butler and like fucking Channing Tatum in a movie together and make it cost $85 million because foreign pre-sales are going to love it. And then it comes out and this $20 million. It's like, yeah, guys, that's ridiculous.
But the producers wanted to hang out with Gerard Butler.
I bet he's a good drinking buddy.
He is.
Speaking of drinking buddies, I will say this. I wore this on purpose.
Okay. Jalen Brunson too.
Yeah, I'm wearing
a straight pod.
Yeah, I'm on a straight podcast. He's wearing soccer. I feel like I owe the world an apology.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
For a long time.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, I know. This is a really important place.
Pete's like, what do you want? And you're like, I'm going to go on a podcast with 2 gay guys. That's what I want to do.
I'm going to apologize to 2 gay guys and apologize to the straight community. I have been antagonistic to the straight community about sports since I was a child.
Okay.
Because I was one of the unfortunate people
that was
born
out of the closet.
Yeah. But I was one of the unfortunate people that was born tall and like athletic. And so everyone was like, oh, you have to play basketball.
Yeah. We need a center.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to. I literally just wanted to read. And they were like, you're gay. And so then my response was, that's gay. Actually, playing basketball with a bunch of boys and going to a locker room is gayer than reading Harry Potter on the bleachers.
That's true.
100% true.
Yeah.
What I will say is
best porn is all about heated rivalry.
So you're watching that.
Yeah.
Off campus.
Off campus.
You're watching that.
Oh my God. What do you think of Off Campus?
Wait, finish your story.
No, sorry. Anyway, I do have to finish my apologies. I just got distracted by Off Campus because I have a love of that show. Anyway, I didn't realize that I was, as Hillary Duff would say, using gay inappropriately. Gay is not bad. And while basketball is really gay, it's also really fun.
Wow.
And
you learned about Community this month?
I really want to thank Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart and Jose Alvarado and Kat and fucking OG.
Kat's a little gay.
Kat is a little gay, and that's why I love him. Yeah. He's a Scorpio. All zesty. Scorpios are a little zesty. I just want to thank them for really bringing me closer to so many of the men in my life. I now understand basketball. And
I think women, I non-ironically think a lot of women understood their husbands or boyfriends for the first time.
Yes. And I, as someone who has a chronic need to prove people wrong, right? Like, I 100% love Jalen Brunson's story of being a not a 1A in the mind of anyone but himself, maybe not even to his dad, and saying, you know what, you guys, I will prove to you that it doesn't matter how tall you are, how not athletic people imagine you are, you can be the fucking MVP. That is why he is fully should be the face of the NBA, because he's made a person like me who's never liked basketball in my life.
Hell yeah.
Love basketball. I'm
pro.
like now bought all this shit. And then the way the neighborhood has woken up, and there's this cute little bar around the corner called Les Enfants that played it the entire time. So I would sit there with my friends and watch like the game. They've now kept that up with the World Cup. I now understand football.
Wow.
Let's go.
I went to see the Norway-Senegal game live the other day. It was insane.
Amazing.
That Norwegian dude who looks like a Dragon Ball Z character.
He is an apex predator.
Yes, and I was sitting in row 3 behind the goal. So I was like, the goal was where that camera is.
And this is all because of Jalen Brunson.
It's all because of Jalen. I would have, if my Norwegian friend invited me to go sit with the Norwegians. If he had invited me 5 months ago, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Now that I'm sports pilled,
Then you get to look at hot boys
the
running around.
hot boys running around, and also the community.
Yeah.
I genuinely, I talked to my neighbors about it. I was cheering for Iran with a bunch of random people the other day when Iran was playing the game. I was like, you guys don't even know anything about Iran, and yet you're here, and we're all cheering in the same way because we want Iran to win because we believe in their underdog story.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is what's happening when there's not enough funding in local theater. Now we have
have
Jeremy
to turn to sports.
Go to
all the
MetLife.
life kids are like, fine, sports. That's a group of people creating
Honestly,
something.
that is the truest thing ever. Wow. Oh my God. Do I love sports because it's actually the egalitarian theater?
Yeah.
Like it's like theater that's like
It's a
actually
meritocracy?
Yes, it's like no, it's not just a meritocracy. It's like also like theater of the oppressed is like this Augusta Boal book about like making poor theater for everyone, theater for community, theater that incites revolutions.
Yeah, that's the Circus Maximus.
That literally like theater of the oppressed was watching the Knicks win in 5.
Okay, and I think that's our podcast.
That's our pod, Jeremy.
Podcast.
Thanks
Jeremy
for coming
Harris.
on.
Thanks for coming on Middlebrow.
Thank you for having me.
Subscribe to our Patreon. Follow us on YouTube.
Where can our listeners find you online?
I'm at Jeremy O'Harris everywhere.
Yes,
And if you find my Finsta, I won't be mad.
and Erupcja.
Erupcja on VOD now.
Unless
Only
you're
on
in-
Apple and Letterboxd. Unless you're in France, in which case,
Eruption.
Eruption.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Middlebrow.